Alright, welcome back everybody. Welcome back for a real talk video. This is just a real talk video right here. I'm not going to be dealing with the Bible in this video. For those that love the real talks, here we go. And let me give a shout out to my sister Shell on her. Y'all see the title, R&B Divas and Christian Divas. What is my take on this as a man of God and from studying? I can easily speak on this. I know this is a sensitive topic, but I'm not expecting everybody to agree with everything I say in this video, and that's fine. But just to throw my little 2 cents in here, I'm giving a lot of my opinions in this video, and I'm going to give some facts. And I will let you know when it's my opinion. Very powerful question, Sister Shell. Diva. Now this word causes so much confusion because the way it's being used, the Latin meaning or the English meaning, how did it get changed up in the meaning? So we're going to deal with diva. And you asked me a good question. What's my take on this? Because now even in the church, you have more women now calling themselves Christian divas. And then we already know what the world is doing. R&B divas. So good question, sister. And matter of fact, let me give a major shout out to all the beautiful women. Women, trust me, your boy is not saying none of this to make you mad, but just to give you a wake-up call. And the problem is we so quick nowadays, male and female, to get involved in things and call ourselves things, but we never want to understand where it come from. We never want to find out, is it of God or is it of the devil? So I know this topic is sensitive to a lot of people, but we hear people say there's nothing wrong with calling yourself a diva, and then some say it is. Now, me, as you asked me, sister, no, I don't walk around calling women diva. I don't. R&B, man. You got me thinking about that show, R&B Divas of Atlanta, I believe. I've seen it, I don't know how many times, I just wanted to see what so many women keep watching and what do they get out of it. And those women on there, I love them. They still my sisters. But the way they act, the way they talk to each other, the way they cuss each other out, and the way they call each other bitch. And then the one light skin, when I can't think of her name, I always want to turn around and pray. They attitudes, for one thing. I'm talking about divas still here. It's so disrespectful. They never can get along really with each other. But yet it's still look like every other episode they hug at each other. They, oh my girl, this, my girl, that. But then 5 minutes later, that bitch and all this stuff, just excuse my language. Now, don't excuse my language because I'm talking about the original meaning of these words. And I'm going to get into bitch later on. Because some of us are always talking about, oh, you cussing. They don't understand the difference between cussing and cursing. I'll leave that alone. It's a big difference when you curse somebody. Try to curse somebody, but the Lord redeemed us from all curses. Not to jump off into that. These women on this show are always at each other's throat. Now, let me ask you a question. What do you see godly about that show? And what do you see devilish about that show? Now, diva, let me take my time in this video. The Christian women that I know, I'm not talking about everybody because I don't know everybody and I never have met everybody, so I can't say everybody. But the ones I know, which is a lot of them, y'all, they call themselves Christian divas. They're always at church. Even when their name is called out, some of them say diva. Oh, that girl, there you go. Excuse me, there you go, diva. And they are some of the most messed up women you will ever meet. They act just like the ones on that R&B of Atlanta. Now, we know Beyonce is also called a diva. A whole lot of women in the R&B world are called divas. Now, when you start looking up the different definitions of diva, well, I studied on this years and years ago, y'all. That's why I can just go off the top of my mind. Some of the definitions will say in so many words that diva is celebrated as a female singer, a woman, a goddess, especially when you go back to the opera singers. They got awesome talent. They use their body in so many ways they entertain. But it is derived from the Italian noun diva. A diva is a prima donna. Now, if you keep studying and studying and studying, you will also see diva is tied in with witchcraft. Why? Goddesses. And we all know what the Most High said about serving other gods and witchcraft, sorcery, you name it, witches, Wiccans, paganism. We'll talk about that a lot on her. Diva is tied in with that also. Now, some might say, well, it could just be a woman who's very talented. That's why I say it's how you look at this word diva. Now, I did a whole lot of study on this a long time ago, and I found out a whole lot of stuff behind diva. But most people who call themselves a diva just look at how they act. Like I was saying, these church women, these women I know who say they Christians, they always cussing somebody out. They always dressing so revealing. They go to church, breasts all out, clothes, skirts so tight, thongs on, you name it. They trying to get attention. Because a diva also can be a very aggressive woman. I like to say a female hustler. And then some will call a diva is a gold digger. Because most divas, in this sense, what they do is do anything they got to do to get their money. If it means selling their body, if it means selling out, if it means whatever to stay on top, that diva is going to do it. And I'm talking about church folks, y'all, who want to be seen. They always want the fortune. They always want the fame. They want to be recognized. And if they're not getting recognized, it's a huge problem. I'm not talking about everybody once again. Most diva women cannot get along with each other. That's why when I used to look at that show, I haven't watched it in a while, R&B, Divas of Atlanta, every time I turn around, somebody is being called a bitch by each other. Now, it was amazing to me when a man called a woman a bitch, a woman gets uptight and ready to just whoop you down. But nowadays, if you notice, my brothers and sisters, more and more women are calling each other bitch and hoe. Women I'm talking about. Women against women. I never thought growing up I would see so many women calling other women bitch, and I can't stand you, and fighting all the time. Divas don't even get along. Let me get all the way real, because we're going to deal with this thing, y'all. This is real talk. Even homosexuals, or some might use, well, we could say that drag queens, or whatever, they are also called divas. Matter of fact, it was a movie came out. I did a video about this a long time ago. It was a movie Vin Rames did called Holiday's Heart. And in that movie, he played a homosexual guy. And Vin Rames dressed up as a drag queen, y'all. And if you notice, when that movie came on, he was in church playing the piano, singing and shouting and hooping and hollering. And soon as church was out, he would go to that club and dress as a drag queen. And they praised him for that. Holiday's Heart. Check the movie out. When you look at this word diva and what most people are doing now, you see what I'm talking about. But then you can also see the smooth side of it, where some of the singers, we can say, like, let me use my girl, Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin was always called a diva. Not because she was a hoe and she was money hungry, but because of her talent. Y'all see what I'm saying? Her style, the way she could sing. She is top known in that field. That's why some look at diva in the good sense and say, I'm going to call you a diva because you are a very talented woman. That's the part of the diva that they love, that they tell that's right, And some live that lifestyle like that. But then there's the flip side. You know, when you see right, you're going to always see wrong. When you see good, you're going to always see evil. But the problem is, it's just like in the Bible, when you start taking words and changing up their meanings, and then you getting involved in stuff and you don't know what it's all about, that's your confusion. Now, let me tell you the problem I heard, I seen when women asked me this a while back in one of my old videos. I hear so many Christian women comparing a virtuous woman to being a diva. Now, me personally, from studying, I'm all the way disagree with that. That's just me now, y'all. That's me. I'm gonna disagree with that. Because a virtuous woman, a woman who's right. Matter of fact, the Bible teaches you a husband praises his wife, a virtuous woman. I didn't say worship. They go to show you how powerful you are, women, when you are a virtuous woman, a godly woman, a woman who do things following the Most High. I can't compare a virtuous woman with a diva acting woman. Not the diva that I see being portrayed. When I look at Ruth, Ruth had respect. When I look at some of these women in the Bible, like Ruth and Esther and Hannah and Mary, these women, they didn't dress revealing. They respected each other. Look at the relationship with Ruth and Naomi. They looked out for one another. They wasn't walking around calling each other all kind of names and stuff. It was respect. Their lifestyle showed it. Just like a lot of y'all. Y'all living, women that's on here, y'all know who I'm talking about, all of y'all. May the Lord bless you. Y'all living like godly women, but then you got some women that's living like devilish women. The Bible calls these type of women like this, diva type women, strange women, mysterious women. There was a warning in the Bible for us men to stay away from women like this. But when I hear Christian women trying to compare themselves as being a diva / virtuous woman, it all go together. I can't agree with that. Because they saying that it represents holiness. Not these ones I've seen, because you look at the word diva and then you think about the word divine. Now let me say something here. If diva is likened to a goddess, how can that be holiness? Goddess. People worship goddesses. That's why I talked about the fertility gods. All these different gods and the Baal worship and Jezebel and so on, witchcraft. I can't tie that in. That's the problem. That's what we keep doing in this life. We want to tie in holiness with paganism and witchcraft. You got to leave this stuff alone, y'all. That's why people walking around right now saying ain't no problem with it, man. That's why Easter is tied in now. It's the same thing as the resurrection. Halloween is okay to be celebrated in the church. You can't mix this stuff, y'all. You're going against what God commanded not to do. And I don't care who gonna say, well, brother, it's okay, because it's not okay. God ain't never agreed to sin and wickedness and serving other gods being okay. But we have. That's why I totally reject it. Now, I'm being real, y'all. Just be able to take my answers in this video. Because we all are entitled to our own opinion. But like I say, I'm giving opinions and facts in this video. If you think I'm lying, study very deep on diva. They don't represent holiness to me. I got to disagree with that. When you look in the Old Testament, y'all, and the New Testament of the Bible, you will note God's anger. You'll see it. About worshiping false gods. It was certain women in the Bible that was all up in that stuff. I know plenty of moms who call their daughters divas, and they training them up as a diva. Let me take this all the way real, y'all. Let me take these shades off. Many videos on this YouTube right here. Look at them. You even got videos of mothers and their daughters dropping it like it's hot, dancing, hardly got anything on. being called diva. And girl, that's the way you gotta be. You got mamas going to the club with their daughters hollering at the same man. Female hustlers is a lot of times what you see. You know what you see in most divas are a selfish spirit, a demonic spirit. But when you look at it in most Christians, let me say it like this, most Christians are adopting to the world more and more every day. Them R&B divas of Atlanta, y'all, I heard them more than once say, I'm a Christian. Now here go the problem again. Like I keep telling people about this word Christian. That's why Jesus never called his disciples Christians. He didn't tell nobody to call themselves Christians. He didn't come to preach Christianity. Because the reason why I'm saying is, calling yourself a Christian don't make you go to heaven. Everybody now is calling themselves Christians. The dope dealers, the whorish people, you name it, the divas. But like I say, you watch a person action long enough, where do you see the Christ in them at? See how they treat each other. I can go on and on about this, y'all. A true diva. Y'all listen to me very closely, ladies, because y'all know I'm talking what's real. A true diva would do anything to get what she wants. That's a double-minded woman. That's a mysterious woman. That's a strange woman. She unstable in all her ways. Just like the Bible warned us men about being double-minded men who are unstable in all our ways. Every woman that I know around her, well, I ain't gonna say every woman in my neighborhood, but most women, they call each other bitch and they laugh at it like it's their middle name or first name. Now, bitch, like I said earlier, we're going to get into this bitch because bitch is also tied in with diva. A bitch is a female dog. Some of y'all think I'm cussing. If you think I'm cussing, just cut the video off. This ain't for you. A bitch is a female dog. We all know this. And when you really look at it, especially when a female dog is not trained, and even when they are trained in so many ways, but a female dog is going to have her way. And I know some female dogs that are very aggressive. They'll whoop the hell out of a male dog. She can be very aggressive, and if she don't have her way, she going to act a fool. Well, that's the same way that's tied in with these women like this. Shoe fit word. I love you. Just telling the truth. These aggressive women who's acting like that bitch, that female dog, aggressive, and gonna have her way. If it's not her way, then you can hit the highway. That's what she gonna tell you. She not gonna try to what's the word I'm looking for? Come together with you on that and reason with you on that. It's got to be her way. Even with that dog in the backyard, Chiba, I noticed when Chiba was having sex with that female dog, if she didn't want it, she was going to slap him all upside his head. But when she wanted it, there was times when he sniffed her and she whooped the hell out of him. And big as he is, she was very, very aggressive. But when she wanted her way, she dropped it like it was hot. Told Chiba, come get it. That's what a bitch do. I'm just being real, y'all. Female dog. So how is that tied in with a woman? She gonna get what she want. Am I calling all women bitches? No. That's not what I'm doing in this video, y'all. You a queen in my book. Now, you can act like a bitch. And if you're acting like a bitch, then you acting like a bitch. Bitch, the reason why I'm saying this about bitch, y'all, because bitch is also defined as something that is extremely difficult. As we could say, objectionable. It's unpleasant. See, some of us don't want to really look up the word bitch because we'll look in the mirror and see ourselves. This has got way more to do with a dog. That's why we need to know the meanings instead of, oh, he cussing in that video. Go study. The reason why a female dog is called a bitch because it dates back to the 12th century. The word bitch comes from the Middle English, bitchy, and from the Old English, bitchy, B-I-C-C-E. Y'all see what I'm saying? And also from the Old Norse word, bikkaja, B-I-K-K-J-A. So all those words make up the word female dog. It's called a bitch because of the development of those words, those old words there. That's why the male dog is just simply called a dog. Now, why you say all that, JT? Because there was no negative meaning to the word when it was used for the purpose of describing the gender of a dog. If I see that dog walking down the street there, my neighbor got a female pit, and I say, oh, look at that bitch. That's a bitch right there. Somebody gonna say, oh, he cussing. I'm just calling the real name of what the dog is, a bitch. But I'm saying all that to say, but we know what the slang term is now. Problem is, like I said, we done took meanings of everything, just like they done with the Bible, taking up words, switching the meanings to try to justify everything. Or call this, well, this ain't what it really means. That's why when I study the Bible, y'all, most people don't understand what I'm saying because I'm going back to the original. I'm going back to the Greek, the Hebrew. Aramaic, some might say. What they spoke in. They wasn't speaking in English. That's why I'm very cautious when I teach y'all because it's this one word in this Bible, King James Bible, can have more than one meaning. And it's my job to tell you what it means in that scripture. Some of us just don't want to do no studying. Y'all, we got to understand. Let me get back to this diva thing. Because once again, my sister said this is a powerful question. Because let me say this. About 20-some years back, when you were looking at the Webster Dictionary, I remember doing this. I did a study on this a long time ago. In the Webster Dictionary, it's gone now for some reason. 20-some years back, it was changed up. Because diva was described as having something to do with witchcraft, with the devil. But as time passed by, it got changed. But the question is, why was it changed up? Who changed it in so many ways? Y'all see what I'm saying? That's why Christians love to say that everything is okay that the world is doing, because somebody is always changing up something. Just like they done changed up. We got the true word, now we got a Queen James Bible. Because what God say ain't important no more, y'all. Y'all see what I'm saying? We have to separate the godly women from the foolish, wicked women. Got to separate it, y'all. Look at their fruits. I'm reminded of something Lady D said about representing yourself. Something she had on Facebook a long time ago. I can't even quote it right. Oh, forgive me, Lady D. I can't think of the way you said it, but it was all about respecting yourself as a woman and how a woman should dress and act and being ladylike. But nowadays, it's all about being hoish-like for a lot of women. Not all. I didn't say everybody. But like B. Jackson also said, you got to be set apart. She said the problem is most Christians don't want to be set apart. And y'all know my new saying now. We don't want to be set apart. We want to play a part. Play a part of everything the world's doing. That's why can't nobody tell Harley who's holy and who's not. See, when they tried to change the meaning they wanted to make sure it was okay to fit in and look right. That's why nowadays women in churches are calling themselves divas. And a lot of them same ones that's calling themselves divas ain't nothing but being hoes. Whoremongers. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's why when you accept a little bit of a lie or a little bit of anything, it turns into a whole lot. Just like Halloween and Easter, like I say, everything that's been accepted in Christianity now has destroyed most of the churches. You can't mix holiness with paganism. I've never seen God command that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, y'all. Do me a favor when you get a chance. To the spiritual people, if you haven't heard it already, do me a favor and come back and send me a comment or email. When you get a chance, listen at the song Beyonce did called Diva. Listen at them lyrics. And then tell me what you think about this video. Because why am I saying this? In the Latin, I'm going back to the original. In the Latin, this diva means goddess. But in English, they want to change it up. I can't fly along and serve goddesses. Y'all give me some feedback. I love you. Take care. And once again, Sister Shell, powerful question. This is my little take, my little facts and opinions on what I think about R&B divas, Christian divas. I see most of them acting the same exact way. I'm gonna take out the word diva right quick and just say strange women. Peace.